In physio, have you ever done something called the knee to wall test? It's a test to measure the flexibility of your ankle, also known as the ankle dorsiflexion. In a lot of situations, you use a measuring tape to measure it. But what I did is actually design something and 3D printed it, and it has a little more features to make it more versatile. What some people would do is find a flat wall and try to align this measuring tape so the zero is flat against the wall and then do the test. So what you want to do is try to find a certain distance from your toe to the wall, and then you bend your knee to make it touch the wall without raising your ankle. And then you see what distance you have. But the problem is you're doing it from this height, and the only way to actually see it is if you bend all the way down. And even then, that can be kind of hard to see. The other problem, it doesn't take in consideration baseboards. You could try to measure the baseboard thickness by doing this, but that can be pretty hard because you have to look from above. So Bee's Knees kind of tackles all those problems. There are a few reasons why this might be my most on-theme named print. This kind of looks like stripes on a bee. This looks like a little honeycomb. The actual honeycomb is a comb. So many puns. And let me show you how it works. There's a few things you'll notice. The board has numbers on it from 1 to 20. These are the distance from the wall in centimeters. So the bottom of this line right here is exactly 1 centimeter from the wall. And this top one is 1.5. So the bottom of this one is 2. So instead of just putting your foot like this to measure the distance from the wall, you can use this. But you'll notice this side has plus 0.0 and this side has plus 0.5. For example, if you wanted exactly 10 centimeters, you put it on this side. You just add this to 10, which is still 10. But if you want to do 10.5, you flip it over to the other side. So from this angle, you'll see that the 0.0 lands at this line. But if you flip it over, it lands on the next line. So that does 0.5. When I'm doing this test from the wall, I'm actually doing 10.5. You don't have to push it too hard. You just have to feel it. If this was up against the wall, a flat wall, it would be true to 1 centimeter from the wall. But baseboards adds that little extra distance. This is where the honeycomb cone part can actually measure the baseboard. So if you just turn it to the side, you'll notice that there's some numbers in between the grooves. Each groove represents exactly 1 centimeter. All you need to do to measure the thickness of the baseboard is to just use this arrow, put it against the wall, and then you can see this is roughly a centimeter away from the wall. So yes, the board goes right inside and you can just measure the distance of the baseboards. So now when I do the knee to wall test, I will know this is 10 centimeters plus 1 centimeter, making this realistically 11 centimeters from the wall. This is not perfect, but it does offer a lot of benefits for people who want to do the knee to wall test. Bigger numbers, you can use it with baseboards, and I 3D printed it. I don't know if that's a benefit for you, but it's a benefit for me. It's something I designed, and I'm pretty proud of the Bee's Knees.